Dale sat alone, nursing his beer in the dimly lit bar, the taste bitter in his mouth, but not as bitter as the words that echoed in his head. "You're boring," Karen had said, her voice a mix of frustration and resignation. It wasn't the first time he'd heard those words, but tonight they struck a different chord. He wasn't crying into his beer. That would be too cliché, even for him. Instead, a mix of emotions churned within him: confusion, anger, but most of all, an overwhelming sense of loss. He had once been a man of adventure, kayaking around islands, rock climbing, and taking risks that made him feel alive. Yet, over the years, those parts of him had been slowly eroded away, replaced by the image of a responsible husband and father. It was a role he'd embraced for Karen, for their family, but at what cost? Karen hadn't left him, not officially. She had merely announced her intention to date someone else because he was boring. That word again. It was as if she had branded him with it, a mark he could not shake off. He thought back to the days when adventure was a constant companion, when he didn't think twice about paddling to Long Island or camping on a secluded beach. Those days seemed like a lifetime ago. Now, staring into the amber liquid in his glass, Dale realized that he didn't recognize the man reflected in its surface. He had become a stranger to himself, living a life so carefully curated by someone else's standards that he had lost sight of his own desires and dreams. The decision to change was a slow burn, ignited by Karen's words but fueled by a yearning for the person he once was. Dale knew he couldn't go back to the way things were, but maybe, just maybe, he could find a path that led him closer to the man he wanted to be. As he left the bar, the night air felt different, charged with a sense of possibility. The road ahead was uncertain, fraught with challenges and likely heartache, but for the first time in years, Dale felt a spark of excitement at the thought of facing it head-on. He was ready to rediscover the adventures that life had to offer, even if he had to do it alone. This was his wake-up call, a chance to break free from the monotony that had become his life. Dale didn't know what the future held, but he was determined to make it anything but boring. The morning after his epiphany, Dale awoke with a sense of clarity he hadn't felt in years. The house was quiet. Karen had already left, presumably to continue her search for excitement elsewhere. Dale didn't linger on thoughts of her. Instead, he focused on the day ahead, a canvas waiting for him to paint his new beginning. He started by pulling out old boxes from the attic, each one filled with memories of his adventurous past. There were photos of him and his friends kayaking, gear from his rock climbing days, and even the old Triumph Spitfire model he had painstakingly built. Handling these relics, Dale felt a surge of energy. He was reminded of the passion he once had for life, a passion that had been dulled but never truly extinguished. Decision made, Dale planned his first adventure. He wouldn't start with something as extreme as skydiving or scaling a sheer cliff face. Instead, he opted for a solo kayaking trip around the nearby islands, a nod to his younger self. It was something manageable, yet challenging enough to reignite the thrill he had been missing. The preparation was invigorating. Checking his equipment, planning his route, and even the simple act of packing a lunch felt like rituals of a sacred journey. As he loaded his kayak onto his vehicle, a neighbor raised an eyebrow, a silent question hanging in the air. Dale simply smiled and nodded, his actions speaking louder than any explanation could. Out on the water, Dale found peace. Each paddle stroke was a step further away from the man he had been and a step closer to who he wanted to be. The islands loomed ahead, familiar yet unexplored territories in his current state of mind. He maneuvered through the water with a growing confidence, relearning the rhythms of nature, the dance of the waves, and the embrace of the wind. As the day waned, Dale set up camp on a small, secluded beach. The simple tasks of building a fire and setting up a tent were cathartic, grounding him in the present moment. As he sat by the fire, watching the flames dance against the backdrop of a starry sky, Dale realized that this was what he had been missing. Not the adrenaline per se, but the feeling of being wholly alive, of being present in the moment. That night, as he lay in his tent listening to the symphony of nature, Dale understood that his journey back to himself wasn't going to be easy or quick. There would be moments of doubt, perhaps even regret. But as he drifted off to sleep, he was comforted by the knowledge that he was taking steps in the right direction. Rediscovery was not just about reclaiming the adventurous spirit of his youth. It was about forging a new path that honored both the man he was and the man he hoped to become. The return from his kayaking trip marked a significant shift in Dale's demeanor. He moved with a sense of purpose, a stark contrast to the aimless routine that had characterized his life for so long. Yet this newfound resolve did not come without its challenges. The house felt emptier, the silence louder, with Karen's absence now a constant reminder of the chasm between them. Dale spent the following days in introspection, pondering the nature of their relationship and the role he had played in its deterioration. He acknowledged the sacrifices made, the dreams deferred, and the identity lost in the process. It was a painful reckoning, but necessary for healing. The decision to confront Karen was not made lightly. Dale understood that any conversation they had would be fraught with emotion and, potentially, regret. But silence was no longer an option. He needed closure, and she deserved honesty. The meeting took place in their once shared home, a neutral ground that now felt foreign to Dale. Karen looked different to him, or perhaps he was seeing her clearly for the first time in years. The conversation was tentative at first, both dancing around the issues that had led them to this point. But as the walls began to crumble, truths were laid bare. Dale expressed his feelings of being lost, of having morphed into someone he didn't recognize for the sake of their relationship. Karen, in turn, revealed her own frustrations and loneliness, her actions a misguided attempt to spark some reaction, any reaction, from the man she thought she knew. It was a raw, emotional exchange, one that left them both exhausted but oddly lighter. They acknowledged the love that once bound them together, even as they accepted its transformation into something different, something less than what they both needed. The conversation ended with no dramatic reconciliation or promises of renewal. Instead, there was a mutual understanding that their paths had diverged, perhaps irreparably. They agreed to proceed with a separation, a formal acknowledgement of the distance that had grown between them. In the days that followed, Dale found solace in action. He began to re-engage with the world around him, seeking out the company of old friends and embracing the hobbies he had long neglected. Each step forward was a testament to his commitment to reclaiming his life. Yet it wasn't just about the thrill of adventure or the rediscovery of old passions. Dale realized that his journey was also about forging new connections, about finding meaning in the everyday. He volunteered, mentored, and even took up new activities that challenged him in unexpected ways. Through it all, Dale remained reflective, understanding that his transformation was not just a rebellion against the label of boring, but a deeper quest for authenticity. He was constructing a life that was uniquely his, unapologetically so. As the months passed, the transformation became evident to those around him. Dale's eyes sparkled with a vitality that had been absent for too long. He moved through the world with a sense of confidence and joy that was infectious. The reckoning with his past, painful though it had been, paved the way for a future brimming with possibility. Dale had discovered that the key to living a fulfilling life was not in avoiding boredom at all costs, but in embracing the richness of experience in all its forms. As Dale navigated through the uncharted territories of his new life, he realized the journey was not just about rediscovering his passions, but also about opening himself to new experiences and perspectives. The world seemed bigger, filled with endless possibilities and opportunities for growth. One afternoon, while exploring a local art exhibit, Dale struck up a conversation with an artist whose work resonated with him deeply. They talked about creativity, adventure, and the courage to pursue one's true calling. This encounter sparked a new interest in Dale, an appreciation for art and the stories it told. He began attending more exhibitions, and even tried his hand at painting, discovering a previously untapped well of creativity within himself. This newfound interest led Dale to enroll in an art class, where he met a diverse group of individuals, each with their own unique stories and journeys. Among them was Elena, a vibrant woman whose passion for life was infectious. They connected over shared interests and a mutual understanding of the importance of personal growth. Their friendship blossomed into a deep, meaningful relationship, one that challenged and supported Dale in equal measure. Elena introduced Dale to her world, a place where adventure wasn't just about physical pursuits, but also about exploring the depths of one's soul and the beauty of human connection. They traveled together, experiencing new cultures and landscapes, and each journey brought them closer, weaving their lives together in a tapestry of shared moments and memories. Meanwhile, Dale's professional life underwent a transformation as well. He took a leap of faith and started a business that combined his love for adventure with his newfound appreciation for art. The venture was a risk, but Dale approached it with the same determination and passion that had guided him through his personal journey. The business thrived, becoming a hub for like-minded individuals seeking to explore the world and express themselves creatively. As he built his new life, Dale remained mindful of the lessons from his past. He understood that change was a constant companion, one that required adaptation and resilience. But instead of fearing change, he embraced it, viewing each challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. His relationship with Karen evolved as well, transitioning from one of tension and regret to mutual respect and understanding. They found a way to coexist, acknowledging their shared history while allowing each other the space to pursue their individual paths. The most profound transformation, however, was in Dale himself. He had emerged from the crucible of his experiences a more whole and authentic person. He no longer defined himself by the expectations of others, but by his values, passions, and aspirations. The journey had not been easy, nor was it over. Life, Dale knew, was a continuous journey of discovery and evolution. But he faced the future with optimism and an open heart, confident in his ability to navigate whatever lay ahead. As the sun set on another day, Dale stood beside Elena, looking out at the horizon. The sky was ablaze with colors, a breathtaking canvas that reminded him of the limitless potential of each moment. He smiled, grateful for the journey that had brought him here and excited for the new horizons yet to explore. Dale's life had transformed into a vibrant tapestry of experiences, each thread woven from the lessons of the past and the aspirations for the future. As his relationship with Elena deepened, he discovered the delicate art of balance. It was a balance between seeking adventure and cultivating peace, between embracing change and cherishing stability. Their travels together had taken them across continents, each destination offering unique lessons and insights. Yet, Dale realized that true adventure could also be found in the quiet moments at home, in the shared laughter over a simple meal, or in the silent support when facing life's inevitable challenges. Elena, with her boundless energy and curiosity, had become not just a partner in adventure, but a beacon of light, guiding Dale toward a fuller understanding of himself and the world around him. Together, they embarked on a project that combined their passions, a series of workshops that encouraged people to explore their creative and adventurous spirits. This endeavor brought Dale into contact with a diverse group of people, each at different stages of their own journeys. Through these interactions, Dale recognized the universal longing for connection and self-expression. He became a mentor, sharing his story not as a blueprint for others to follow, but as a testament to the power of resilience and personal growth. Meanwhile, Dale's business flourished, but not without its challenges. The demands of entrepreneurship tested his resolve and forced him to confront the limitations of time and energy. It was a juggling act, managing the needs of the business, nurturing his relationship with Elena, and staying true to his personal journey. The art of balance, Dale discovered, was not about achieving a perfect state of equilibrium. Rather, it was about making conscious choices, prioritizing what mattered most, and accepting that some days would be more chaotic than others. It was about forgiveness, forgiving himself for the occasional misstep and understanding that each day offered a new opportunity to strive for harmony. Elena stood by him, a constant source of strength and perspective. She reminded him that balance also meant allowing oneself to be supported, to share the weight of life's burdens, and to find strength in vulnerability. As Dale navigated the complexities of his evolving life, he found solace in his art. Painting became a meditative practice, a way to quiet his mind and connect with his innermost feelings. His artworks, once abstract explorations of color and form, began to reflect his journey, a vivid portrayal of his struggles, triumphs, and the landscapes of his soul. The art classes, once a mere hobby, had grown into a community, It was a space where people came not only to learn about art, but also to share their stories and find common ground. Dale realized that this community had become a microcosm of the larger journey of life, with each person navigating their path, seeking balance, and striving for meaning. In this community, Dale saw reflections of his past self, individuals at the cusp of transformation, others grappling with the aftermath of change. He offered his guidance, not as an expert, but as a fellow traveler, sharing the wisdom gleaned from his experiences. The journey had come full circle. Dale, once lost and searching for purpose, had found his place in the world. He had learned that the art of balance was not a destination, but a continuous process of adjustment and growth. It was about embracing the dualities of life, the joy and the sorrow, the excitement and the tranquility. As he stood beside Elena, watching the sunset paint the sky with hues of gold and crimson, Dale felt a profound sense of gratitude. Life, with all its complexities, was a beautiful, ever-changing masterpiece, and he was its humble artist, forever learning, evolving, and finding beauty in the balance. In this chapter of his life, Dale found himself at the intersection of past experiences and future aspirations, constructing the foundations for what was yet to come. With Elena by his side, he ventured further into the realm of self-discovery and communal growth, recognizing that each step forward was also a step inward. Their shared project, a series of workshops designed to meld creativity with personal exploration, had begun to gain traction. What started as a humble endeavor to connect with others had blossomed into a vibrant community, each member bringing their unique perspective and history to the collective tapestry. This community became a mirror for Dale, reflecting not only the person he had become, but also the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. As the workshops evolved, so too did Dale's vision for his life and business. He saw an opportunity to expand his venture beyond a mere pursuit of profit, envisioning it as a platform for social and environmental responsibility. This vision was inspired by the diverse landscapes he had encountered in his travels, each telling a story of beauty and fragility. Dale wanted his business to contribute to the preservation of these natural wonders, ensuring that future generations could also experience the transformative power of adventure. This new direction required careful planning and a shift in operational priorities. Dale was up for the challenge, driven by a deeper sense of purpose. He began collaborating with conservation groups and integrating sustainable practices into his business model. These efforts were met with enthusiasm from his customers and partners, who shared his commitment to making a positive impact. Meanwhile, Dale's personal life was flourishing. His relationship with Elena had grown deeper, rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and an unshakable bond forged through shared adventures and trials. Together, they explored the delicate dance of partnership, learning to navigate the ebbs and flows of life with grace and love. Yet it wasn't all smooth sailing. Dale encountered his fair share of obstacles, both in his personal journey and in his efforts to steer his business toward a more sustainable future. There were moments of doubt and frustration, times when the path forward seemed obscured by uncertainty. But Dale had learned the value of resilience, of pushing through the darkness to find the light on the other side. One such challenge came in the form of a health scare. A routine checkup revealed a minor issue that, while not serious, served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life. This experience brought into sharp focus the importance of health, not just as a personal concern, but as a fundamental aspect of living a balanced and fulfilling life. Dale took this revelation to heart, incorporating wellness into his and Elena's daily routine. They embraced a more holistic approach to health, exploring mindfulness, nutrition, and physical activity not as chores but as integral parts of their journey. This shift had a profound effect on Dale, imbuing him with a sense of vitality and well-being that radiated outward, touching every aspect of his life. The community around them took notice, inspired by Dale and Elena's example. What began as a personal transformation soon sparked a collective movement within the community, with members supporting each other in their quests for balance, health, and fulfillment. As Dale laid the foundations for the future, he realized that the journey was not about reaching a final destination. It was about the moments along the way, the connections formed, and the lessons learned. He understood that each experience, each challenge, and each triumph was a brick in the foundation of his evolving life. Standing at the threshold of new beginnings, Dale looked to the future with hope and determination. He knew that the path ahead would be paved with challenges, but he also knew that he had the strength, the support, and the wisdom to meet them head-on. The foundations were set, the blueprint laid out before him. All that remained was to continue building, brick by brick, a life that was not only meaningful to him, but also left a lasting positive impact on the world around him. Dale's journey, once solitary and introspective, had burgeoned into a collective odyssey, with the community he and Elena nurtured standing testament to the power of shared vision and mutual support. This evolution from isolation to interconnectedness underscored a pivotal realization for Dale. True fulfillment lay not just in personal achievement, but in the upliftment of others. Their workshops had evolved into more than forums for self-expression and adventure. They became sanctuaries where individuals from diverse backgrounds could find common ground, share their fears and dreams, and support each other in pursuit of a balanced and meaningful life. Dale found immense satisfaction in facilitating these connections, marveling at the unexpected ways in which people could help each other grow. The ripple effect of their endeavors reached far beyond the confines of the workshops. Inspired by the collective spirit of the community, Dale initiated a mentorship program aimed at young adults at a crossroads in their lives. This program, built on the principles of adventure, creativity, and personal development, sought to guide its participants toward paths that resonated with their deepest values and aspirations. Dale's commitment to environmental sustainability also took on new dimensions. His business, once a mere conduit for adventure tourism, became a leader in eco-conscious travel, setting standards for responsible engagement with the natural world. This shift not only elevated the brand's reputation, but also inspired other businesses to follow suit, contributing to a broader movement towards sustainability within the industry. Meanwhile, Dale's relationship with Elena continued to flourish, a beacon of partnership and love that illuminated their shared path. They navigated life's complexities with a sense of joy and wonder, each moment together a cherished memory in the making. However, the journey was not devoid of challenges. The wider world, with its ever-shifting landscape, presented hurdles that tested their resolve and commitment to their ideals. Economic fluctuations, societal shifts, and the ever-present specter of environmental degradation posed questions that demanded difficult answers. In facing these challenges, Dale leaned on the community they had built. He organized forums where individuals could discuss pressing issues, exchange ideas, and collaborate on solutions. These gatherings, marked by open dialogue and collective brainstorming, underscored the community's role as a crucible for change. One such challenge was the increasing threat of climate change, a concern that touched everyone in the community. Dale spearheaded initiatives aimed at reducing carbon footprints, advocating for renewable energy, and supporting reforestation projects. The community rallied around these causes, their efforts contributing to a larger tapestry of global action against environmental threats. Amid these endeavors, Dale never lost sight of the importance of personal connection. He and Elena regularly hosted gatherings at their home, spaces where friends, family, and community members could come together in celebration of life's simple joys. These events, filled with laughter, music, and heartfelt conversation, were reminders of the bonds that held them together. As Dale reflected on the journey, he realized that the echoes of community were not just in the grand gestures or ambitious projects, but in the everyday acts of kindness, understanding, and support. The community had become a living entity, a network of lives intertwined in a shared quest for a better world. The impact of this community extended beyond its immediate members. Stories of their work and the changes they inspired began to spread, drawing more people into their fold. Dale understood that this was just the beginning. The potential for growth, for further impact, was boundless. In this realization lay the essence of Dale's transformation. From a man grappling with feelings of inadequacy and loss, he had emerged as a catalyst for change, a leader who understood the profound power of community. His journey, once marked by the search for personal fulfillment, had evolved into a collective march towards a brighter, more sustainable future. As the sun set on another day, Painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Dale stood beside Elena, their hands intertwined. They watched in silent awe, knowing that the beauty before them was a reflection of the beauty within, the beauty of a life lived with purpose, love, and a deep connection to the world around them. As seasons changed and years wove themselves into the fabric of time, Dale and Elena's endeavors matured into enduring legacies. Their commitment to fostering a community grounded in creativity, environmental stewardship, and personal growth had sparked a beacon of hope and action that reached far beyond their immediate surroundings. The mentorship program, once a fledgling idea, had evolved into a robust platform that empowered young adults to navigate life's transitions with confidence and purpose. Dale took great pride in witnessing the transformation of these individuals, who emerged from the program as leaders in their own right, ready to make their mark on the world. This cycle of mentorship and empowerment had become a cornerstone of Dale's philosophy, a testament to the belief that true success lay in uplifting others. Their business, too, had become a model of sustainability, its practices and ethos inspiring a shift in the broader industry. Dale's vision of a world where adventure and conservation went hand in hand had taken root, proving that profitability and environmental responsibility could coexist. This achievement was not just a personal triumph, but a collective victory, a symbol of what could be accomplished when passion was paired with purpose. Amid these professional accomplishments, Dale's life with Elena remained the heart of his existence. Their partnership, built on a foundation of mutual respect and shared dreams, had flourished amidst the whirlwind of their collective endeavors. They had become more than just lovers or co-adventurers. They were kindred spirits, each other's anchor in the tumultuous sea of life. However, the journey was not without its moments of reflection and introspection. With each passing year, Dale found himself contemplating the legacy he wished to leave behind. It was a question that extended beyond the tangible successes of his ventures to the deeper impact of his actions on the people and world around him. This introspection led Dale to establish a foundation dedicated to environmental education and community development. The foundation aimed to instill a sense of responsibility and connection to the natural world in future generations, ensuring that the values Dale and Elena held dear would be passed on. It was their gift to the future, a way to ensure that the change they had initiated would continue to echo through time. As the foundation grew, so did its reach and impact. Schools, communities, and organizations benefited from its programs, each initiative a ripple in the vast pond of global consciousness. Dale often remarked that the foundation was his most profound achievement, a living legacy that embodied his deepest aspirations for a better world. In this twilight of his journey, Dale found solace in the simplicity of life's daily rituals. He and Elena continued to explore the world, but their adventures were now tinged with a sense of contemplation, a deeper appreciation for the moments that made up the mosaic of their lives. They spent more time in nature, often taking long walks in the wilderness that had always been their sanctuary. These moments of quiet connection with the natural world were a source of renewal and inspiration. Dale found himself returning to his art with a fervor he hadn't felt in years, his paintings reflecting the profound bond he felt with the earth and its myriad wonders. Art had become another facet of his legacy, a visual testament to the journey he had undertaken. As the years rolled on, Dale's legacy of change became increasingly evident. The community he and Elena had nurtured was now a vibrant network of individuals and organizations, each contributing to the tapestry of global transformation in their own unique way. The mentorship program continued to thrive, its alumni becoming agents of change in diverse fields. The Foundation's initiatives had become a beacon of hope, guiding efforts to preserve and cherish the natural world. Looking back on his life, Dale realized that the legacy he was leaving was not defined by his successes or the accolades he had received. It was embodied in the lives he had touched, the minds he had opened, and the hearts he had inspired. It was a legacy of change, built on the belief that each individual had the power to make a difference, to contribute to a world that was more compassionate, sustainable, and connected. As Dale stood on the porch of their home, watching the sun dip below the horizon, he felt a profound sense of peace. Beside him, Elena squeezed his hand, a silent affirmation of the journey they had shared. In that moment, Dale knew that their legacy would endure, a testament to the power of love, vision, and the unyielding belief in the potential for change. The years had sculpted Dale and Elena into figures of profound influence and wisdom, their journey together a testament to the enduring power of shared vision and unwavering commitment. As they advanced into the golden years of their lives, the focus subtly shifted from building to bequeathing, ensuring that the torch they had lit would continue to burn brightly in the hands of the next generation. Their foundation had blossomed into an institution renowned for its pioneering work in environmental education and community empowerment. Recognizing the importance of ensuring its longevity, Dale and Elena began to mentor a passionate team of young leaders, imparting the lessons learned from decades of advocacy, challenges, and triumphs. This mentorship was not merely a transfer of knowledge, but a sharing of spirit, instilling in these new stewards a sense of purpose and duty to the planet and its inhabitants. In their personal sanctuary, amidst the tranquility of nature they had always cherished, Dale revisited his art with a renewed sense of purpose. His latest series of paintings, a visual narrative of their adventures, successes, and moments of introspection, was to be his magnum opus, a legacy in color and emotion. Elena, ever his muse and critic, encouraged Dale to infuse his work with the wisdom gleaned from their journey together, making each piece a beacon for future generations to seek their truth, embrace change, and pursue their passions with integrity. The community they had nurtured now extended beyond geographical confines, a global network of individuals and organizations united by a common goal of creating a sustainable, just, and compassionate world. This global community, connected through digital means and shared ideals, became a formidable force for change, influencing policies, inspiring grassroots movements, and fostering a culture of environmental stewardship and social responsibility. Dale and Elena's home became a hub for gatherings, where old friends and new allies convened to share stories, strategies, and dreams for the future. These gatherings, infused with a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose, served as a reminder of the journey's start, a couple united by love and a shared dream, extending their table to welcome others into their vision. As they looked toward the horizon, Dale and Elena recognized the impermanence of their presence on this earth, but took comfort in the knowledge that the seeds they had planted would continue to grow, nurtured by the community they had built and the leaders they had mentored. Their legacy was not just in the tangible achievements, but in the ethos they had instilled in those who would follow in their footsteps. Their thoughts often turned towards the youth, the bearers of tomorrow's dreams. Dale, with the wisdom of age, penned a series of letters to his younger self, his children and grandchildren, missives filled with reflections, advice, and hopes for the future. These letters, intended as a guide for navigating the complexities of life, were his most personal legacy, a distillation of a life lived with purpose and passion. As Dale and Elena walked hand in hand, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of fiery orange and calming blues, they contemplated the future. They saw a world brimming with challenges but radiant with potential, a world where the principles they had championed, sustainability, creativity, and community, were the cornerstones of a new era. Their journey, marked by the pursuit of a dream and the creation of a legacy, was a testament to the power of two hearts united in purpose. As the twilight of their years approached, they faced the future with grace, knowing that the horizon of tomorrow was bright with the promise of their enduring legacy. The chapters of their lives, woven together in a tapestry of adventure, love, and transformation, stood as a beacon to all who sought to make a difference in the world. Dale and Elena's story was a reminder that the most profound legacies are those built on the foundation of shared dreams, nurtured by love, and bequeathed with the hope of a better world. As the stars began to twinkle in the evening sky, Dale and Elena knew that their journey, though unique in its path, was part of the greater human quest for meaning and connection. They had played their part, and now it was time to pass the torch, trusting that the light they had ignited would continue to illuminate the path for generations to come. In the twilight of their lives, Dale and Elena stood as beacons of wisdom and inspiration, their legacy a testament to a life rich in purpose and passion. As they looked back on the tapestry of experiences they had woven together, they found peace in the knowledge that their influence would ripple through time, touching future generations. Their foundation had become a global force for environmental education and community empowerment, a legacy that would endure through the initiatives it had spawned and the lives it had transformed. The mentorship program, once a seed of an idea, had flourished into a tree under whose shade many found direction and inspiration. Dale's art, a visual diary of their journey, continued to inspire those who sought beauty and meaning in the world around them. The global community they had nurtured was their extended family, a network of kindred spirits united in their quest for a better world. This community would carry forward the torch of change, each member contributing to the collective dream of a sustainable, just, and compassionate planet. As Dale and Elena prepared to pass the baton, they focused on cementing the values and principles that had guided their journey. They organized a series of gatherings, bringing together leaders, visionaries, and the youth to share knowledge, strategies, and hopes for the future. These summits became fertile ground for the cross-pollination of ideas, fostering a sense of unity and purpose among the new guardians of their legacy. In his final years, Dale penned a memoir, an intimate account of their adventures, struggles, and triumphs. This book, intended as a map for those who dared to dream, was his parting gift to the world, a reminder that one's life could be a force for good, a catalyst for change. Elena, with her indomitable spirit, focused on the arts, creating spaces where creativity could flourish free from the constraints of convention. She believed that art was a universal language, capable of bridging divides and igniting the spark of transformation in the human soul. Together, they established scholarships and grants for young environmentalists, artists, and social entrepreneurs, providing the resources and support needed to turn visions into reality. This initiative was their way of planting seeds for the future, ensuring that the next generation had the means to pursue their passions and contribute to the collective well-being of the planet. As the day of their final farewell approached, Dale and Elena looked out over the landscape they loved, hand in hand, hearts full of gratitude for the journey they had shared. They knew that their physical presence in this world was fleeting, but the essence of their lives, the love they shared, the community they built, and the change they inspired would endure. Their legacy was not bound by the accomplishments they had amassed or the accolades they had received. It was etched in the hearts of those they had touched, a living testament to the power of love, vision, and unyielding commitment to a cause greater than oneself. In their parting, Dale and Elena left behind a world forever changed by their presence, a world where the seeds of their dreams had taken root and blossomed into a garden of possibility. They had shown that with courage, compassion, and collaboration, it was possible to leave a mark on the fabric of time, to be a beacon of hope and a source of light for those who walked the path after them. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the world they had loved and served, Dale and Elena's spirits soared, free and unbound, their legacy a bridge to the future, a promise of hope, and a call to action for all who dared to dream of a better world. Their story, a testament to the indomitable human spirit, continues to inspire, a reminder that each of us has the power to make a difference, to contribute to the tapestry of life, and to leave behind a legacy that echoes through the ages. The legacy of Dale and Elena lives on, not as a monument to the past, but as a beacon for the future, guiding the way for all who seek to make the world a better place.